As one winter storm makes an exit off the East Coast, another one isn't too far behind. One that could pack on heavy snow, gusty winds, and coastal flooding in the Northeast early in the upcoming week. We are just dissecting that is Winter Storm Sage ahead.
And Operation Mountain Strong, that's the name of the volunteer group striving to aid those in need after a deadly snowstorm in Southern California. The founder joins us later to talk about the mission and how the group started. And we don't want to bug you this morning, but we kind of have to. Our favorite bug guy will join us later to talk about the insects already creeping around us as this warm winter season comes to an end. I've seen a lot of stink bugs. We'll be asking about that.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome into Weekend Recharge. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Dr. Greg Postel. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning. You know, stink bugs, I can't smell them. And Bradford pears, which really smell really bad, I can't smell those either. I'm lucky.
You are somewhat lucky, yes. The Bradford pears, that's another story, too.
Yeah.
So they're getting banned in a lot of states. None of these are really part of our big stories today. We've got a lot to talk about with the weather from coast to coast and really just insane images coming out of California. We've got rivers overflowing, washing out roads and much more. Some of the satellite images from NOAA showing just how relentless the rain has been.
Yeah, finally the consequences, unfortunately, of all the heavy rain and snow we've gotten are taking their toll in the flooding. This is not just the rainfall flooding, it's also the melting snow because we're now getting milder systems moving in that has helped to melt some of the snowpack, and that is a combined effort leading to significant flooding.
Yeah, and as flood watches are still up through tomorrow, we still have some rain in the area. Then our next atmospheric river comes in Monday into Tuesday, so we're going to track that for you. We have our northeast system right now with another one in the forecast.
Yeah, you know, we're saying goodbye to this one, and thankfully, because it is actually off the coast, a very dangerous and powerful area of low pressure that is getting stronger, but really only the very distant edges are beginning to affect now parts of the Northeast, and it is moving away, thankfully.
We had 1 hour of snow in New York City. It's back to rain.
Back to rain.
That's done. That was it.
That was it.
For now, but I say there's some opportunities coming up in the forecast. We want to take you to that, but first, you know, some goodbyes are harder than others. This one should be sweet, though. We've got Winter Storm Ricardo exiting stage left as we head through the weekend, and actually as we head through today, but not before leaving behind a little snow and rain is parting gifts in places like Dublin, New Hampshire, and Faulkner Island, Connecticut. Greg, take us through.
Impacting parts of the Northeast right now, where some rain, some snow, and some breezy conditions right along the coast. But this thing is moving away very quickly offshore, and it will be gone, thankfully, as Jen was mentioning, exit stage, well, we'll call it exit stage right, I guess. I'm not sure, depending on your perspective. But either way, it's moving away. And notice that the circles are still sprouting up here in the middle, meaning that it is even getting stronger as we speak. Pressure is likely to dip below 980 millibars in the coming hours. So what's left for us is, Jen was mentioning, going back and forth between a bit of rain and snow in New York City, central Jersey the same, coastal New England the same, although most of the Cape, if not all of it, all rain. But some snow mixing in the farther west you go, of course, west of 495 and across parts of central New York State. We got some light to moderate snow, but it's all kind of breaking apart. We're not seeing a whole lot of steady snow. It's more of a snow showery type of thing. And for that, what that means for us in terms of the weather today, less and less of it, Jen, as that system rolls on out to the east, very quickly improving weather later on this evening and tonight.
We go back to the West Coast where flooding rain swept parts of California Friday, triggering a flash flood emergency and leaving behind a muddy trail of damage. Just look at how much water took over this neighborhood in Kernville. Unfortunately, the water won't have much time to recede before more heavy rain closes in. We'll show you what's happened, but what is coming next, it's important because they're sort of back-to-back here. This was our 10th atmospheric river of the season, and it was a big one here. We saw rainfall on the order of inches, like more than 5 or 6 inches, especially in mountain areas. We saw that along the coast, the Santa Cruz Mountains in particular, like around Soquel. Remember, Jim Cantore was live there back in January, and again, they had major issues with the town basically getting cut off. Then major issues with the rainfall plus the snowmelt, which is not counted in that there in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. So many storm reports, most of them flooding issues. There's some wind issues across Southern California and along the coast, especially south of Monterey, but really flooding was far and wide the biggest problem. Now, in the forecast, this goes through Wednesday, we have another 3 to 5 inches of rain in some of those same areas, perhaps down here south of Monterey, then into the foothills of the Sierra. This time, the atmospheric river comes in farther north. So last time, the core of it, of the moisture, came in just south of the Bay Area. And I know everyone got rain, but really that's where the biggest totals were. This time, its orientation is going to be up there into Northern California. We're going to see rainfall out there today, though. We still have, this is not an atmospheric river event, but we just have some showers moving in, and that's continuing, moving in there north of the Bay Area. Rain is still coming in here, watching around areas like Springville, where yesterday you had that flash flood emergency. We still have a flash flood warning up for Tulare County. That does include Porterville as well. It's still raining. The snow melt is still happening as well, maybe just at a slower pace right now, but still an issue there. And then around South Lake Tahoe and Reno, we've got some snow showers, much more scattered in nature. But resorts like Kirkwood not opening today because, well, we still have issues out there. So we are going to be watching for, with at least what we have going on right now, a flood watch still up. So this is through tomorrow. But then, of course, we've got the next system coming in after that, pretty close on its heels.